Alright guys, so this is another fanfiction idea I had, and I just thought I'd talk about it because I've really been getting into Jonathan Hickman's whole X-Men run and everything that the Marvel Comics have been doing with X-Men right now. So, for this, I kind of figured, yeah, it'd be kind of fun to do this interesting little crossover between the two, and that is Star versus Forces of Evil with X-Men. Now, for reference, I'm crossing over with X-Men currently. Like, this is the story. This story centers around like what's going on with X-Men with the mutant nation of Krakoa and all the villains now being on X teams. Yeah, so keep that in mind. So the story is that this takes place shortly, a few months actually, like about 4 or 5 months after the end of Star vs. the Forces of Evil, where what happened was most of the West Coast got fused with Muni, and the governments of the world admittedly freaked the fuck out because, yeah, you don't just dump a bunch of magical creatures on our front lawn and everything goes to normal. So in those months, Eclipsa and the rest of the Mumin family had been kind of working together to form a kind of like a group, create a new Muni in this West Coast. But admittedly, you know, even though Mumins are descendant from humans, the humans are still shitty. So they're, you know, oh, it's another creature we get to hate. There you go. So what happens is that while this is going on, this whole new Muni project is going on, Cyclops and other members of the X-Men come to the aid of New Muni and says, hey, we're mutants, and we're from the nation of the newly formed nation of Krakoa, and we want you to come join us. We want an alliance between New Muni and Krakoa, if you want to have international relations with us. And Eclipse is like, right on. So everyone goes to Krakoa. So like Star, Eclipsa, Globgor, and a few others go to Krakoa to kind of figure out, you know, to kind of talk about how this new alliance between Muni and Krakoa is going to play out. So in here, there's just some fun scenes here and there I thought of. Nothing too major, but the main threat is, of course, Mina, who got away, of course, if you guys remember the series finale. She walked away, and in here, it's revealed that Mina actually allied herself with Donald Pierce and Trask. And in here, they're using a fusion of the Solarian Knight armor and fusing it with Sentinel tech. So creating Solarian Sentinels. Yeah. So, yeah, Solarian Knights now upgraded with Sentinel tech. That's the big threat here to both humans and mutants. And it's being designed to hunt humans, monsters, and mutants. So while this is going on, I kind of thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about like different of what characters would be hanging out with who in here, and just a few ideas here and there. So one of the other subplots I thought of was Marco learning more about his possible Mumin origins with the, you know, of course with the wand, and we never got an explanation. Thanks, Darren Nefsey, about and is he possibly Mumin, or is there some kind of Mumin descent there? So he goes to, since this is both genetic and magic, he goes to the two people who could probably help him the most. Mr. Sinister and Magique, Ilyana Rasputin. So Ilyana and Sinister assist Marco in trying to figure out what he is. Turns out, in here, that he is not only has Mumin DNA, but he's also mutant. He's a mutant Mumin. It turns out that while Marco's parents aren't secretly Mumins, what happened was that he is a descendant of Selena the Shy, who, yeah, you may be thinking, well, does that mean Marco and Star are related? No, because if you guys remember, Eclipsa isn't really related to Star at all. So Selena is part of Eclipsa's line. So, what basically it is that Selena, some of Selena's ancestors, or some explorers, more or less, Selena, I'm trying to put it into words because this is going to get really confusing. So basically what happened was Selena did try to travel to Earth met a human there, got it on, and then had an affair with this man, and then moved on, she left the kid with the person, with the human lover she had, because that person, that human hybrid, couldn't ascend to the throne, and it was kind of made out of an infidelity, so couldn't take the throne, and it would have been a lot quicker to follow the fate of Eclipsa. Eclipsa would soon have. So in here, Selena's descendants, that descendant had the mutant gene, and it's just been kind of dormant throughout the Diaz family, but however, when Marco got a hold of the wand, it kick-started his mutant DNA and his Mumin DNA. Now you may be thinking, well, what is Marco's superhuman ability? What's his X gene? How did that happen? His X gene is that he's able to retain a massive amount of magical energy and kinetic energy. He's able to retain it and control it, and if you notice, he does heal pretty fast. So he does have a superhuman healing factor. He doesn't have bone claws or anything, but his main ability is that he's able to harness and control and absorb magical energy. And that's how he was able to use the wand so easily without it, blowing back on him. So that was the whole idea. Among other things is that Eclipsa also befriends Magneto, and in here, the two kind of discuss what they were trying to do, and why they, went about the way they did things. So yeah, Eclipsa's like, you were kind of called a terrorist, and he goes, yeah, but as a Star told me, you were once called the Queen of Darkness. People can change. So Magneto and Eclipsa form a friendship. You also have Globgor, who finds a friend in Cyclops, who the two kind of discuss what they would do for their families and everything for them. You also have Star, who befriends a lot of the younger New Mutants, like Cypher and the others. And that was the whole story, is that Mumins, monsters, and Mumins... Mumins, monsters, and mutants, and then try saying that 3 times fast, are all trying to build a Mumin and Krakoan alliance against, humans, because humans are pretty shitty. So that was pretty much the idea on a whole, guys. That was really a lot of it. And like I said, the main antagonists would be Mina and Pierce and their new Solarian Sentinels. So there you go. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this idea? Do you guys like it, hate it? What do you guys think of Marco being a Mumin mutant hybrid, as well as a few other things here and there? Really curious to see what you guys have to say. Like I said, this was a major inspiration from Jonathan Hickman's X-Men, and I also wanted to, use this as a tool to help kind of patch up some things that the series left us the Star Versus series left us wanting for. But anyway, so I kind of figured this would be fun, and it's fan fiction. At the end of the day, it's fan fiction. No one, no one's gonna really care. I also thought it would be fun to kind of use this as a vehicle to kind of bounce off of, because when you think about it, the implications of Muni just suddenly showing up in the middle of the world after a huge explosion that no one knew about, of these two worlds coming together, it's going to cause some backlash. And that was kind of the thing, and it kind of made me think, well, mutants would probably be hunted like mutants. And that was kind of like the Reese's Pieces moment of having the X-Men be the perfect characters to work with them. And you may be thinking, but Starverse is about magic. Yeah, but the X-Men have delved into magic before, so it's kind of easy. But anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Did you guys like it, hate it, and what would you want to see in a Star versus an X-Men crossover? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.